What's going on, everybody? Josh Pocock here, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you can set up and self-host Supabase, a open source Firebase alternative, and you can do this all on Coolify. All right, also too, guys, there have been a lot of bugs when doing this, and this took me about 5, 6, even 7 hours of playing with it, troubleshooting in order to actually do this. I'm going to literally hand over this fix over to you and show you exactly how to do it on a silver platter. If you've been experiencing any issues, this video should solve it. So let's dive right into it. All right, guys, so if you're not familiar with Supabase or Coolify, I did a video yesterday showing you how to install Coolify. It basically is supposed to be self-hosting with superpowers, an alternative to things like Heroku, Netlify, and Vercel. It is open source and free, and it's very simple to set up. I'll quickly show you how to do it. Here are the Coolify docs. I'll link them in the description down below, but basically you literally just run this command right here on your VPS and you're good to go. Very, very simple. All right, so that is how to host Coolify. Now, if you're not familiar with Supabase or even Firebase, basically TLDR, it's, a tool to, database tool and authentication tool and whatnot, manage different apps on these certain frameworks. You can also use it for, AI tools, such like even, for example, here in N8N, you can use Supabase right here for vector store and memory and stuff like that. And so, yeah, that is a brief, background on Supabase. There's a lot you can do with it, of course. Now, the VPS that we're going to be using today, just the ones that I use, you can use really any VPS. It doesn't matter. I'm just using the ones from Catabo just because I like the pricing and specs on it. I find it's kind of like a low-key one. People don't really know, and the specs on it are pretty, good. I mean, they're better than anyone else I've seen, so that's just why I'm using them. And so that's the VPS we'll use. Like I said, you can use any. I'll also link the Supabase documentation down below. You won't necessarily really even maybe need this to do this, to install this, but you may need it later down the line. Especially the reason I'm saying that is because we're going to be doing everything on Coolify. All right, so Coolify is supposed to do it out of the box. Now, Coolify right now, I'm on version 4.00 beta. All right, so if you're watching this maybe a couple months or a month maybe, or whoever knows down the line when they've rolled out more updates, maybe you won't even be facing any issues. It could just work straight out of box. All right, but as of now, and I've seen this in the Git, in the support community as well as the GitHub, many different people are reporting issues or having trouble installing Supabase. There's a bit extra configurations or whatever problems that they're running into. So I'm going to show you how you can actually work around this. Now, I'll show you how you can work around if you're experiencing the issue I was experiencing, which was with the Supabase analytics container. So if that's something that you're experiencing, I'm going to show you to fix it. If you haven't even tried this yet, then don't worry, you're going to get it right from the first time if you follow these instructions step by step. So once you actually install Coolify, like I said, you just run that command. If you need extra help, check out my video I did yesterday. But once you run that command, you're in your VPS here, and you're going to want to, well, actually, no, you'll have Coolify already installed. So we're going to do this in Coolify. So you're going to go to projects. You can add a new project, create a new project, whatever the case may be. Your environments, we're going to go in here, and I'm going to add, I have a Supabase right here, but we are going to create a new one just for the purposes of this video. So I'm going to create new, and here you'll see all the different options. You have applications, databases, services. If you're not familiar with Coolify, definitely check it out. I mean, you're checking it out right now, but I would definitely, it's a pretty cool tool. You don't need Coolify to install Supabase. Of course, you can do it just like right on. There are, I guess, maybe some downsides with Coolify. You need a VPS that I believe Coolify requires at least 2 GB of RAM. And some other specs. So, if you don't have a VPS capable of that and you're trying to run a bunch of applications on top of that, then it probably won't be the best bet. You can also though manage other servers. So you could have Coolify just on one server and managing multiple servers and like a hierarchical, type structure. And you can even, have it manage just one server with all your stuff on it, or manage multiple servers with different stuff on it, etc. So, but we're just going to create a project of Supabase. All right. So, we're just going to put it on our standalone server right here, our host server. And yeah, all this credential stuff and whatever, this is like going to be, this is just for the, I'm going to delete this after this video, but I'm just going to show you exactly how to do it. Now, typically the best situation would be for us to just be able to go ahead and press deploy and for it to ideally work out of the box. Now I'm going to show you an issue. I'm going to literally just show you the issue and then I'm going to fix it. So if we just press deploy here, we're going to service start up and we are going, it's going to be Docker creating pulling the stuff. And guys, if you're following with me along for the first time, don't do this. I'm just going to show you the issue, because if you're already in the issue, I'm going to show you what to do to get out of it. But if you haven't gotten into the issue, just don't do this. Don't deploy it right away. Just wait about a minute or two. Once we get the issue here, I'm going to show you how to resolve it, and then you can just follow along at that point. Okay. So you're going to see everything's pulling. It's pulling this, container and this, and you'll see here analytics. It started, it's waiting. And this is healthy right here. But in about 20 seconds, we should see that we're going to encounter an issue with the analytics. And while that's happening, I'm just going to show you that here is, and I'll link this GitHub thread in the description below too, if you want to read it, or if you have issues with what I'm going to show you to fix it. This is basically just all these other people experiencing the same issue. And I'll give credit to this gentleman right here, More to Life, because he was the one who actually came up with the fix that I am using in this video. So credit to this guy right here. And all I simply did, just, because there were some other people going back and forth and whatnot, and people giving their 2 cents and some iteration upon it. So all I did was I read it a bit, but then I just went like this to copy the whole thread like so. I went over into Claude. You can do this in GPT, or you could just read the whole thread, but just to save me some time, of course, I created a project called Coolify Supabase install, and I actually uploaded, because I was trying to troubleshoot this. Like, I'm not joking. I've been trying to troubleshoot this since yesterday, and it's been like 24 hours, and it's one of the main it was like super, I even went to bed thinking about how I can fix this issue, because it was really annoying. I was super excited when I got Coolify, and I was really wanting Coolify specifically, even for one of the main apps being Supabase, so I was really pissed off when it wasn't installing. And I asked the Discord, I was asking the community, I posted a issue on the GitHub, trying to figure it out, and finally, figured this fix out. But yeah, so here's my logs that I put in here, and the Docker file, compose file, and the environment variables. And then I even just uploaded, as you can see here, this is literally the whole GitHub fix thread. So if I go into this chat here, this is the chat that I use to basically cure all my problems. And I just said, please do an in-depth analysis on the GitHub fix and everything in it, and give me detailed instructions on how to fix the error. Now I'll show you what the error is. As you can see here, container super analytics, error, dependency failed, container super analytics is unhealthy, right? So if you're experiencing this issue, you may have went through some, if you're anywhere like on the spectrum of where I was and feeling stressed out over this issue, then I'm about to save you a lot of stress right here. Because yeah, once I fixed this, I was super surprised and happy and just like amazed that finally I got it fixed, because it was really challenging to go through it. So if we look at logs here, just to show you, I can go here, refresh. So this is where we can get the specific logs for the container. And I even pasted this whole thing in the Claude. I was talking to Claude, trying to ask Claude and GPT and Perplexity how to fix it. I was doing research and all this stuff, and it wasn't until I did it this specific way where I got the fix. But you can see here, basically just to summarize So based on the details in the GitHub issue discussed, here's an in-depth analysis and step-by-step instructions to fix the Supabase authentication error. Root cause: the main issue appears to be the related to the Postgres host environment variable. Coolify is setting the variable even though it is hard-coded it has hard-coded value in the Docker compose file. This causes the Postgres database to initialize incorrectly, preventing the Supabase admin user from being created properly. So here's a step-by-step fix. So we're literally going to do this step-by-step fix right now. So stop all Supabase services, use Coolify interface or SSH into your server and run Docker compose down. Okay, so I'm just going to literally show you what I did. So first things first, I'm going to remove, so since we already deployed it, if you didn't deploy it, then you're not going to have to obviously remove the Docker files, the container, because you didn't deploy it. That's why I said don't do it if you haven't done it yet. But if you did do it, I'm going to show you how to remove that in just a second. But first off, what you're going to actually do is we're going to go to, oops, not our dashboard. We'll go back to here. Okay. And we are going to go into environment variables. So we're going to go to developer view, and I'll literally put these in the description down below. So you don't, I'm going to put Docker compose file is kind of long, so I may just give you like a link to it or something, maybe a GitHub link, but I'll put this down below, whether it's, you know, the whole text or in a file you can just copy over. And I'll put the environment variables too. Let me just grab those. So they are right in here. Let's just double check. If I scroll up, here is okay, so here's the compose file. And basically all I did, you could change this too, is you're just replacing, here, let me just copy this first. I'm going to copy this, and link for this Docker compose file will be in the description down below. And first I'll change the Docker file. So to do that, you just click edit Docker compose. And we're going to paste that in, save. And then once we save, success, okay, we can save again. We're actually going to need to change these environment variables though. So let me just go back here, grab my environment variables, and everything, any like, you know, password or credentials within these environment variables is not any, like, this is just for the purpose of this video. This is obviously going to be removed. I'm going to remove this instance afterwards, but we're going to paste this in and save. Now what this is doing, just so you know, is all that's actually changed. You could actually just really, you don't even need to really paste in the environment variables. All I did, this was what the environment variable was before, because this is the issue. Postgres underscore host equals Supabase. We need to make that host name. All right. I mean, it really could be something else, but we'll just make it host name. All right. And essentially we're removing the Postgres host. We don't want that. We just want host name. So that's what we did in the environment variable. But like I said, I'll just link it down below just so it's even easier. Okay. And then, so that's one thing. Second thing, actually, well, okay, whatever. There we go. We'll just leave that. Second thing is the Docker compose file. So every single place where it says, where it said Postgres host, it now just says Postgres host name. So I literally just copied the Docker compose file into a notepad here, and then I just went like this and did find all Postgres underscore host. I just did match whole word only and replace with Postgres underscore host name, and then replace all. That's all I did. Very, very simple. Once you do that, okay, So we did that. Let me just go, oops, not documentation. And we saved it. Okay, you can't just run. Okay, you can't just restart. So because if we're gonna have to remove the containers, and then we're gonna have to redeploy it. Okay, so the way we do that, I'll show you. So how do I remove the thing? Okay, so what we do is we are in our, you need to go to your command line, and let me just see, ls. Okay, so actually go cd dot dot cd dot dot cd dot dot cd dot dot. Okay, and so not found. So checked our current directory. You can search for it. So we're gonna search for our Docker here. Now we found this. And once you've located the file name, change to that directory. So we need to find the root. So let me just honestly, okay, so I'll put these commands that I'm doing in the description down below. But I just did find name docker compose file, and then honestly, just to save time, I'm just going to go like this and say what is the new Supabase docker file, not this one. I don't want it to be my old one. See what it says. Seems that the new one Supabase file is not immediately visible. First, let's check the Coolify directory. Okay, so actually no, I do have to go back to that same one, which would be sorry, I do have to go back to here. So this is my Coolify. You basically just have to change directory to your Coolify services. And now we're going to stop running services. So we're just going to Docker compose down. So basically all I did was I just did this, find name Docker compose YML. And then you can, I honestly just copied this and said, hey, what into Claude or GPT, what is the root folder for Coolify, just so I can figure out where the Docker files are loading. And then I'm just composing these down. All right, you can see here, these are being composed down. cd services ls. Okay, so it's this one. I just I composed down the wrong one, my bad. We're gonna cd into here. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have to redo my other one, but anyways, now we're just going to Docker compose down. I had two Supabases. So this is the file path. If you're I'm on Ubuntu, it's data Coolify services, and then you'll be able to ls and see your services, and then you're just going to compose down. So we're removing those. Okay, we're stopping them. And then here, compose down, and then we're going to use this Docker PS. And Docker, oh wait, is it Docker? Yeah, Docker ls here. And then we want to stop this one right here, because you see how I have oh sorry, this one. This is the new one I just created. I'm gonna delete both of these after this video, but this is the one that we just created. So we're going to want to use this command. And keep in mind, guys, this is only if you already are encountering this issue. Of course, you could like One sec. So here, and we want this. Yep. I'm just going to remove this volume right here. You need to remove the Supabase -db -data. You can leave the config, but you just need to remove that. All right. Once you remove that, you can redeploy. Okay. So now that we removed that, right, we cannot just redeploy after we change the environment variable and the Docker compose. We actually have to remove the containers. So now we're actually going to have to, you're going to see it's going to start pulling the containers again. Okay, so great. As you can see already, we have that analytics and it's saying healthy. I don't know if I didn't notice anything here. I don't know if it already started. It may have. Yeah, it's running. Okay, so now it is currently running. You can see here we got the Supabase analytics running. And if we actually go to the link right here, like I said, all this will be deleted afterwards, but just go here. This is the user. Okay, so it's just asked me for the login. Logged in here. Like I said, this will all be deleted afterwards. So, but as you can see here, we just set up a new Supabase instance. We can go to the table editor, create new table, you know, do anything we want. SQL editor, databases, authentication, storage, real time, logs, API docs, you name it. Really awesome tool, guys. I just wanted to show you guys this because you don't know how much of a headache this was actually giving me. It was really, really annoying. And, you know, thank you for the great help in the community, as well as the GitHub, you know, resource that I'm going to link down below for helping me with this. I wanted to, one, show you how to install Supabase, and two, if you're encountering this issue like I am with the newest version of Supabase, if you're watching this in a couple months, you may not be experiencing this with the newer updates. It could just be a one-click install. But for the time being, if you want to install Supabase and you're encountering that analytics issue, is a surefire fix. It should be, just follow this step by step and you should be good to go. So I hope this helps you guys out there. I hope this helps someone, and hopefully I saved you a lot of stress, a lot of time, and hopefully you got some value from this. If you did, because yeah, I haven't seen anybody on YouTube, no video on YouTube I saw was talking about this specific issue. It really took me a long time to actually figure it out. So yeah, if you stumble on this video and it helped you solve this issue, and you got some value, then I definitely appreciate you know, subscribe to this YouTube channel. We upload videos every single day. So if you're new here, uploading videos on, you know, self-hosting different things, open source tools, AI, automation, setting up AI bots in your business. If you're a business entrepreneur, we talk about marketing strategy, etc. So a lot of cool stuff on here. You can check out all the videos. We have about 300, 400 videos almost. So we upload every day. And other than that, guys, if you're new here too, and you haven't already joined our free Stride community, we have a Facebook group and Discord channel with about 750 to 800 members in there. So it's 100% free. You can check that out for some extra resources. And then also too, guys, if you haven't already picked up my book, Client Acquisition Code, definitely check it out. It is extremely value packed, about 500, 600 pages of value packed info. Definitely check that out. And then also too, guys, if you want help, if you want to book a call with myself and see how we can implement AI into your business, AI appointment setters, AI cold callers, AI infrastructure into your business, book a call at executivestride.com/apply. You will speak to myself and my team. We can see if we can help. That's executivestride.com/apply. Your coach, consultant, business owner, B2B, SaaS, service-based business, whatever the case may be. Other than that, guys, I will see you in tomorrow's video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below, guys, and keep hustling, keep grinding. And of course, guys, accelerate your stride. Take care.